Hello, everyone, and welcome to the House of the Open Oaks for the Rose Court project. I will be the storyteller for this table. I'm joined by some lovely players who've prepared their characters. So we'll go around and introduce ourselves and who we're playing and what playbooks. My name is Kallum. My pronouns are they, them, and nu. And that's all I have to say because I've got to play everyone else and do all the world building. So I'll hand off to my players. I guess we'll do it in any order because the editors will do their magic and make this look nicer than just a Discord call. So I will say we'll go to CC first.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cece, or May online. My pronouns are they, them. I will be playing Valoria Clemens, aka Val, whose pronouns are she, her, and I will be using the infamous playbook.
Great. Next, we have Ian.
Hi, my name is Ian DePriest. My pronouns are he, they. Today I will be playing Celeste. Their pronouns are they, them. And the playbook that I will be using is the Dream Mirror.
Next, we've got Kingsmileyy.
Hi, I'm Kingsmileyy. I go by King. I go by Smiley. Pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing Alvaro, the trickster. He also goes by he, him.
Next up, we've got Madeline.
Hello, I am Madeline. I'm going to be playing Gwendolyn Kilroy, aka Gwen Kill. I am the devoted. Both pronouns she, her for both me and my character.
Great. And finally, we have Nikki.
Hello there, I am Nikki, he, they, and I will be playing Kai, she, her, who uses the Seeker playbook.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. So this is one of the many tables as part of the Rose Court project, which is a Thirsty Sword Lesbians tournament world building thing that we're all part of. So our story takes place at the shadowy halls of the prestigious Presidio Academy, a 200-year-old institution, an elite boarding school for academy/university for the most gifted, wealthy, and privileged students. And within the hallowed halls of the Presidio Academy, there is a secret society known as the Rose Court, who control all of campus and social life and provide financial, criminal, and political connections long after graduation. The court is one of many that makes up the Petal Throne, a global academic network of secret arcane sword dueling social clubs called courts, each named after a different blossom. Each court is made up of smaller cliques known as households. Our house is called the House of the Open Oaks. Throughout the year, there are certain tournaments that take place, duels between court members for status or just to settle disagreements. The most important of these tournaments is the Crown Tourney, which happens a few times a year, and the people who win gain the coveted Monarch of the Rose Court title. And these duels take place in pairings of champion and consort who work together during these duels in order to achieve their goals. We will find our House of Open Oaks within a large manor house on the outside of campus. In its halls are members of the academy who come in via a bursary. They're quite often from a bursary, but there are other students who just bring themselves in and choose to live at this manor house. It was set up by Louise Mars and Alexandria Williams, who were members of the Rose Court, who wanted to make the school more accessible to more people. So they built this house and used their fortune to invest in allowing anyone of any background into the academy. Within its hollowed halls, there is a secret room that those who might have stumbled across the mystical aspects of the Rose Court or are invited in for their special set of skills can enter. And as you push through a seemingly unseeming door that only those who know about it can see, you enter into a grand study with with rows of books along the wall, and a warm and inviting atmosphere. There is a roaring fire. There are candles lit everywhere. And there are lovely comfy seats for everyone to take a seat at, which is where we will find all of our contestants, are members of the Rose Court and the members of the House of the Open Oaks. The room is split into 3 levels. So the room that you enter, the part of the room you enter is the study, where people lounge, relax, read mystical books, and learn about the systems of the Rose Court. It then lowers out into a kind of like a walkway around a lower area, which is a training area, overseen by a little robotic owl who watches over the entire area. This area currently is set up for a slightly softened floor and training dummies, which you can see various sword marks striped within. The members of the house would know that the owl works as a very basic healing drone. It possesses some of the magic used in tournament competitions by... Let me try and get the right word for this. Oromancers, I think is how it's said, who are people who use healing magics during tournaments to make sure that none of the contestants are hurt. This owl contains a simplified version of this magic, and also has the ability to change the scope of the room to fit what is ever needed for the specific training that the party need. So all of you have been gathered. You've been called by kind of your tutor and mentor, Alexandria Williams. She founded this house and invites people into the House of the Open Oaks and trains them up in the magics and dueling techniques. Their pronouns are she, they, and their former partner, who there is a large portrait of, the two of them, from happier times, when Lewis was still alive, used they, them pronouns. Alexandria is stood at the far end of the study, wearing this really elegant, long suit kind of jacket, but it's a little bit longer than that, and it's brown and oaky. It's almost like an elf had walked straight out of a fantasy movie. She has long brown hair and very elegant features, and hasn't said anything to you yet, but you've all kind of come along in dribs and drabs and are... Do people take seats? Do people wait to hear what's to be said? Where is everyone in this room? What part of this room is yours?
Val is probably by the training dummies. As soon as Alexandria entered, I gently laid down my sword, and I'm just standing there waiting.
Great.
Mm. I think Alvaro was probably like for a second in a corner, had a dagger in his hand for a second, but was on the phone like, listen, they need to make their payments. If they don't, you need to take something else from them. And then I see it's like, I gotta go. I'll call you from a different number. Then breaks the phone and then goes over and goes like, hey.
I think Celeste is by the fire where maybe there's some upholstered seats or couches and is kind of in the center of a ring of people that might have be there. And it's a part of I guess the culture and the gossip that's happening in this small little space. They're just taking everything in, and they are probably just made a little joke to make everyone laugh to test the waters of this small little group, to see if it's funny enough or if it's not or if it's awkward and it's just like running calculations in their brain of like how how can I appease all of these people? And they're in like a nice little kind of crop jacket that's like got some like reflective surfaces on it. Wearing like a flowy, like lacy kind of skirt, and like has a cute little crop top, and their hair is kind of like flowing down black, but has like that rogue from X-Men strip of like white
Mm.
uh, as well, and they're just laughing as I guess Alexandria suddenly steps in, and the group that she's in the center of starts to die down.
I feel like, yeah, actually, Alexandria has been there the whole time, but has only just seemed to be visible in that moment. Like, you can't tell where they've stepped from. They're in a corner of the room with no door, and they just appeared. That was an amazing description of Celeste. I just want to give Cece and uh, Kingsmileyy a chance to describe their characters as well, as they described where they were and not themselves. So if we start with Cece.
Yeah, so Val is she's about 5'9", a toned build. She's currently in an all black athletic sort of wear. Um she has this dark teal hair that is pulled back into a tight high ponytail with her bangs outward. And even though she's doing training and like working out right now, she still has her makeup on, and she has like gold hoop earrings in, and she is like slashing at the dummy, practicing some moves, and as soon as she clocks Alexandria, she puts her sword down and pulls herself together.
Great. Kingsmileyy?
What you would have seen is essentially a tall man, 5'11", skinny in stature, wearing just a tank top at the moment, like, and is like obviously sweating because he was training, but then he got a call and had to make that statement. Then saw Alexandra at the corner of his eye. He was like, "Okay, gotta put the mask on," and just broke their phone, put it in the trash can, and just like was kind of playing with the dagger as he, started to walk over.
Great.
Oh yeah,
No?
hair is shaved on the sides, short on the top.
Cool.
Yeah.
Madeline, do you want to introduce us to Gwendolyn, how they appear, and where in the room she's taken hold?
Right now, Gwendolyn is probably like waiting attentively, like saw Alexandria come in and has just been waiting the whole time as like people might not have noticed her yet. Just the whole time just been like sitting there, just like perfect posture, like waiting for whatever is supposed to happen to start happening. She's wearing like an orange romper that looks like it could be from like the 60s. Like it looks very old. Definitely has been patched up a few times. And she's got ginger hair in a long braid going down the side. And she's just sitting there waiting.
Great. And finally, Nikki, do you want to introduce us to Kai and what they look like and where in the room she's taken hold?
I just say that the mute and unmute button on the microphone is so dang loud, and I think my own headphones is picking up on it. But yeah, so Kai would have actually been sitting along the side and waiting for everything to start, like the diligent person that she was raised as. But then, she came here in order to break away from all of that tradition, right? So she's gonna actually lurk at the training area where Val and Alvaro is, and not necessarily join in. She's just gonna lurk at the edge of the, I'm presuming is like a sort of like an arena where people can train.
Yeah, it's like it's lower than the rest of the room, and there is a walkway around it with more books and seating, so you can look down above it, so you don't have to be involved. And there's also like again seating areas, but on the lower level. There's like one side there's a ladder, one side there's a magic elevator for those who need to get up and down without using a ladder. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll lurk along the edge of this arena thing and just, sort of like people watching, especially her fellow two housemates that are currently training, gaze of disapproval towards Alvaro's tank top, but also conflicted feelings because that is the most skin that she's ever seen in her life. And in fact, for herself, she's also wearing what she would consider to be the most revealing clothes that she would have been allowed when she was with her family. She is a fairly, petite individual. Chinese people don't really grow that tall, sadly. She's like about 5'4". Straight black hair that is pulled into a ponytail, very dainty features. Looks like if you were to shove her, she would just like break. And she's wearing this she's wearing like a t-shirt, sleeves goes up to the elbow, and scandalously a knee-high skirt, which she would never have been allowed back in her household.
Wow.
Oh man, just saying that is bringing back memories of high school. Oh. But yeah,
Val
so
definitely bought you that skirt.
Oh yeah, definitely. It clashes with the shirt that she just pulled on. She has no sense of fashion, so she just dragged whatever shirt she thought would look nice and put it on, and then just wore that skirt simply because you bought it for her. And yeah, now she's just watching you all train.
I feel like you originally bought a shorter skirt, but then you demanded that she take it back.
Yeah, probably.
Awesome. So, I think with the presence of Alexandria in the space, the training floor, which is usually lower, raises to meet the walkway, and the kind of the guardrails of the walkway kind of dissolve. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry for calling some of you here. We have a great opportunity as you know, one of our quarterly tournaments is on its way soon, and I have been negotiating with the student council to see how we might enter some of our finest students into the tournament. However, they would like a proof of our skills, and as they like to set us unique challenges, I have been crafting away at a possible version of this, a contest among ourselves to prove that we are capable enough to join the Crown Tournament itself. It will not be easy to convince the school council, the student council, but I've got great faith in each of your abilities to show why our unique atmosphere and student body can produce great champions. I remember when myself and Luis won our crowns many, many moons ago. I was shunned for my status, but Luis would not turn away from any of it, and we stormed out with our crowns. I apologise, I'm getting nostalgic. So, I have some names here, some picked out names who I thought might be interested in taking part in the more competitive aspects. Gwendolyn, Valoria, Kai, Alvaro, Celeste. How would you feel for demonstrating the ability of the Open Oaks to our dear friends at the Student Council?
I think it would be a great opportunity, ma'am.
I would be honored.
I'm not the best at fighting, but I believe that everyone here is fully capable, and I have seen some of their great work already.
Yes, if that is what you asked of me, I'll do it.
Now. Kai, who has agency over the decisions?
You?
You do.
Right. Yes, I will do it. I will do it for myself.
Fantastic. Alvaro, can I suggest anything that might help you, or are you willing enough to take part?
Of course, I'm willing to take part. Why would I be? Nothing too. It's not too, rough.
Of course. Well, your relationship with Alexandria is quite a personal one. She takes time to mentor each member of the Open Oaks individually, even those not of the magically incarnated in the academy proper. There are about 25 students at a time living in the mansion. There's room for more, and you get the vibe that there have been times where it's been more populated, but at the moment it's 25. She finds time in the week to mentor all 25. Some of you suspect, maybe magically, that that's how they find the time to spend with all of them, is that some sort of magical duplication or a little bit of time bending to make sure there's enough time in the day to give everyone their time over the week. So she knows you very well. You are used to kind of her whimsy and politeness. You can tell there's a lot of frustration underneath, she wants you all to succeed, but is constantly having to fight the student council on your existence and worthiness to be here. So she has a cane, which some of you would know, or I guess all of you would know, that this cane is actually a sword hidden in a formation, and it is the heart blade of her deceased partner. The heart blade is when a champion and a consort come together, and the consort can produce a blade from that heart that represents the connection between the two of them. We have a special custom move for the Rose Court that allows for that to happen. What is worth noting is that a consort can be the consort for multiple champions. So some of you might be in pairings, some of you might not be in pairings, and you've got to you kind of try to figure out who would be the best match. And also, champions and consort is an interchangeable label. So you could be a champion 1 minute, but then someone else is up to a challenge and you choose to be their consort because of your relationship with them. Obviously, if the champion or consort is... Sorry, if the champion is smitten with the consort, the blade does a lot of more things rather than just being flashy. But we'll get to that. So, yes, Alexandria has a cane, and she taps it on the ground, and you feel a shift in the whole space as the training floor that some of you were stood on, and like you didn't notice it, but it's actually slided you off during the course of the conversation, and a move that it's moved you off, so you're now standing where the guardrails are, and the guardrails have appeared behind you, and you hear the creaking as the floor lowers, but the entire back wall of that space begins to twist and morph and go and like spread out even further into this large space. The walkway starts to like travel around it, and what you see before you is a large dungeon-like arena with walls, mazes, obstacle courses, but like not just an ordinary obstacle course. A magical volcano that produces flame that flows into the arena, and there is you can kind of make out a path that takes you through a series of obstacles, and it continues to grow until it's quite a sizable arena. It's unconceivable how much space this has grown. The amount of magic that has just been cast on this space is immense. This I would like to call the proving ground. Some of you will enter. Those of you who make it to the end prove your determination and cooperation. I have pre-assigned some other teams to enter and be challenges for the 5 of you. However, this is just a preview. I will give you time to prepare before we begin. But within the next couple of hours, I would like to run the exercise. We have a member of the school council, the student council, on their way. So we are also limited to begin when they choose to arrive. I will be here if you need any guidance or advice before we begin. But I would maybe look at strategizing amongst yourselves. This is not about success or failure. I do want to say that. I want to show the best of you, to support you in growing and giving you a chance to show how brilliant I know you all are to the rest of the Rose Court. So do not be disheartened if things feel difficult. There will be a way through for all of you. I know this. Now, I will be sat in my office, and the wall behind her kind of splits in two and again expands into a larger room, which has a large round table with a couple of seats, and again a balcony above it, which is where their office sits, with a large, elegant desk. Again, that painting of it. It's a different painting. It's kind of like it's Luis and Alexandria opening the doors of the mansion for the first time. But yeah, she kind of steps away into the study space, the office space.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to find another team. Another team.
Yeah, I guess we will. I'm very excited to be a part of this group with all of you.
It'll be a
Yeah.
pleasure.
I cannot share the same sentiment, but I will do my job valiantly.
So
Okay.
what should we do? Do we strategize? Figure out our positioning? There are mazes inside there, so are we supposed to navigate it? Are there things inside that will attack us?
Well,
I mean, other than the other teams, I'm not sure.
yes.
I have a question above the table.
Mm-hmm.
How does the combat, the duel system work in this space? And how do all of us have magic like
Yeah,
Alexandria?
you all have
Okay.
access to certain magic as part of your dueling training. Magic usually takes the form of swords, and like you can cast limited magic with your swords. It is trained. You have been given lessons in this. You couldn't do the kind of magic that Alexandria could do. And also a lot of that is the building itself that are doing the magic. She's simply guiding it with her imagination, and it takes a lot of resources. You would kind of know that Alexandria is that her wealth is Luis's wealth that they inherited. It comes from. It was big business. When Luis took over the family business, they basically completely tore up a load of the businesses and reinvested into charities. And then Alexandria has kind of gained that funding. There are a couple of businesses that still support it, but like they're trying to be ethical corporations, if those can even exist. But for you, the magic comes from your ability to duel, and a little bit of environmental manipulation, depending on like what because your character sheets will also have various abilities. So a lot of it is flavoring your abilities with that magic, or if you would like to try and solve a problem creatively, we will find some moves to roll and some stats to check.
All right.
Yeah. Was there another part of that question that I've overlooked?
No, I was just also curious about the consort. Do the consorts also have similar things, like a sword as well?
Yeah.
and all
So
of that?
again, a consort is just only when like you can all be champions and all be consorts, and you can be both at the same time. A consort is simply the person who offers their heart blade to another champion. Because in
Perfect.
that moment, like you grant a part of yourself and your spirit to that person through the heart sword, and that gives the champion an advantage in the situation if your relationship is strong enough. You would like there are some benefits to having the ability to consort with more people, but the ability of the heart blade is based around the amount of strings and being smitten with one another. So unless you're like in that fight choosing to change to be smitten to someone else and then going, oh, give me the heart blade back, I need to give it to this person, or producing another one for that person, maybe dissipating the other one. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I have a thought. So I could probably try to find out who these other teams are. I know some people around the house, and maybe I can try to figure out who the other teams are made of and what they can do. Can I try to attempt to kind of scout out ahead and get some intel on what these other teams are made of and what they're capable of?
Yeah.
I would, since people are my thing, you know.
Yeah, let me try and figure out. Is there anything on your playbook that might be useful as that kind of?
I see. One of my moves is mimesis. Mimesis. When you observe someone for a short time, you may ask one of these questions. What words would you use to say blank? What would you talk about in the situation? What behaviors do you find non-threatening, endearing, and desirable? Whom do you wish I was more similar to? That's to kind of get to know
It's
someone,
it's very individual. I'll tell you what. I think you are a spider almost. That is your thing. You spread your webs out. You are going to go and do some investigating and talking and messaging people and hearing some rumors and gossip. And I think we will do that without needing a move.
Okay.
So there are 25 people living at this house. You know that 5 of you are here right now. That leaves
Yes.
20 people. That leaves 20 people. I would say about half the house. I'd say about 15 people in the house have access to the magical aspects of the house. So that limits it down to 10 people outside of yourselves who could be part of just the open oaks aspect of this game. But you would also know that, I mean, you were talking to a couple around the fireplace earlier. They did not look ready for a fight. So there are 5 people who aren't you in this place right now, and none of them look ready for a fight. So there is theoretically 5 other members of the house who are in there ready to go. You haven't seen them all day. They're probably already in there ready to kick your ass. What would you know about them? So you'd probably know that 2 of them are quite sporty people, athletic.
Okay.
One of them is there on a football bursary. They're there to play football, but also that makes them very good at fighting. I will get names to you after the break when Kallum's had time to generate NPC names. The other one isn't here on any specific bursary for sports, but has ended up joining the tennis team or the tennis kind of players, and they are known for being extremely swift along the field. So those are your you would think about those people as, if we meet them, they'll probably test us physically more than the other 3. I think you're surprised that Bethany, who is usually a bookworm, you haven't seen her all day. But this doesn't seem like her kind of thing. but you do know that she's particularly skilled at magic.
I see.
So you don't quite know what to expect if she is in there, but that's like she'll probably do some magic nonsense. And then we have Elsie and Sandra, who are probably, apart from Valoria, the most popular people of the open house, the open oaks. They are probably Valoria's main competition in like being popular outside, or like, I guess I don't know. I don't know if Mean Girl is actually popular or not, but like the or like even for you, Celeste, they're not necessarily playing in the game. They just want to be popular.
Yeah.
And despite their status, they've done a lot to climb the social ranks. You would know that Sandra did try to date one of the student council, but it did not end well.
I see.
And for extra spice, you'd also know that one of the reasons that didn't work out is because Elsie's got a massive crush on Sandra and may or may have not sabotaged the relationship.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
We love toxic Yuri in this household.
Question. I
Yeah.
have a question. You said the other 5 people here did not seem ready for what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Does it look like they're getting into a group and they're like talking and they're like, yeah, remember when the last time we went through this kind of maze?
I would say that they are more excited about seeing what's about to happen. They haven't gone through this before. This is brand new to them, and they are excited, and they're kind of watching you lot like, oh my god, this is really exciting. Marcus and is the name of the football guy.
Who's inside the maze?
Pardon?
Who's inside the maze? Marcus is inside the
Yeah,
maze.
Marcus and Greg. That's what I've written there. Greg is the tennis guy. Great. Yeah, so no, I would also say that from your knowledge, all of you, nothing like this has ever happened. This looks brand new.
Okay.
And you've not heard of this before. You probably would have heard of it if this had happened before. Again, you know that the tournament is usually dueling, but this is something completely different. So it seems to maybe be a hoop that you're having to jump through for the entertainment of the student council over actually being good, or a proper thing. I think, would anyone like to like look over the arena while they have the chance?
Oh.
Because it's open. It's almost like
Yeah.
you've been given a chance to plan in advance.
Yeah, that's what Kai was actually going to do.
Great.
She's gonna go and research everything she can into the arena, find out what traps does it have, what kind of secrets, or like the general layout that can help in the upcoming confrontation.
Yeah. So you notice that what looks like the starting gate leads straight into a maze. You can't really see what's in the maze or the shape of it from the outside. Despite being able to see above, every time you look at the maze, it seems to shift in some way. So like you'll start making a note of the path and then it changes. Its walls are not normal hedge maze. It's actually like wooden walls. The exit of the maze leads out into what is quite clearly a dueling arena. It's a sand pit with and there's no one standing there ready, but it looks like a place that you would go for a duel. That has a gate that's kind of locked that leads into what could only be described as a magical obstacle course with chasms, swinging blades, and various magical fireballs being thrown across the space. That leads to the final part of the test, which is just a large arena of various terrain. This is where the volcano is, with its kind of mystic. You watch it and you can tell it's not real lava, or like it's not acting like real lava does. It's not super hot to the point that it will burn you just by standing next to it. It seems to be just mystical flavor, or at least you hope it is.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be a specific challenge there, though I think you can intuit. You've got puzzle, battle, puzzle, battle. So that probably is just another dueling arena, but with fancier kind of stage setting. The most exciting thing they could think of was fighting next to a volcano.
As you
So
do.
and that seems to be the 4 portions of the arena.
All right. Yeah, I will inform everyone about everything I learned.
Great.
I have another question.
Yeah.
This is less about the maze and again more about the people. With our time being around them, do we know if any of the people inside and the people outside, is there anyone outside that's connected to someone inside in the sense that they are talking?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say, I think a combination of all of your information, you would know that Marcus's ex is one of the other people in the space of you.
Okay. I want to go with it.
Emily dated Marcus when they first arrived. It was like freshers. Is that a thing elsewhere in the world? Is it called freshers? Like the first 2 weeks of uni where you like get social events and stuff? Cool. I've just realised I'm very British. And this may hurt my vocabulary.
I love it. Keep going.
Like the social on the Sunday, they hooked up and they tried to make it a thing. It didn't really work.
Gotcha.
Marcus wanted to have more partners. Emily was small town, was swept off her feet, and then realized that Marcus was a bit of a dick.
Okay, cool. I would like to go up to them.
Yeah. You see Emily. She is wearing a leather bomber jacket.
Cool.
And kind of quite a nice blouse. It's a greenish blouse and jeans. And she's got she's just had a haircut because she is trying new things, and it hasn't quite come out the way she wanted, but has ended up with like quite a short haircut with a fringe, and she doesn't know how to wear it yet.
Okay, cool. Hey Emily, looking great.
Hey,
How you
Alvaro.
doing?
Well,
Hey.
I'm doing alright.
Good. Are you excited about this? It looks like it's gonna be real fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knew that the house could even make that much space?
Right. I like to slide up right next to them and like it's just kind of lean right next to them, and kind of start make small talk and stuff like that. Like, man, tell me, because I can see who isn't here. You said Marcus, right?
I mean,
Marcus's.
I wouldn't know what Marcus was up to.
No? Oh, okay. Well, I was just wondering, what the moves of Marcus is and stuff like that. I mean, like, I feel like you know more. And while I'm just distracting them with like talking and stuff like that, I would like to use one of my moves, which is
Oh,
death fingers.
okay.
I I like to flinch something from them.
Okay. Yeah, what do you have to roll for that?
I roll grace.
Cool. Please roll me a grace and tell me what happens as a result.
Okay, cool.
First dice roll, let's go! For those who don't know, in Thirsty Sword Lesbians, we roll 2d6 for everything, and then we add the modifier. I am right about that. Great. I had a moment panic then.
That is only a 7.
A 7, so that's a mixed beat, right? So does it tell you
Ye-
what happens on a mixed beat?
A 7, I can choose one from the things I do.
Yeah.
The item reveals a secret love or vulnerability. The item creates an opportunity, such as like a map, a key, or a note, or the person doesn't know I took it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one
And
would you
I would like
like?
to choose. I would like for them to know. Actually, the item reveals a secret of vulnerability.
Okay. As you're kind of saying this, you try to take the phone out of her back pocket,
Yeah.
and you realize you're going to
Yeah.
get caught. So all you do is knock it out of her pocket. It goes to the floor, and it opens up on a picture of Marcus without their shirt on, and you
Okay.
notice a scar on his back.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Listen,
so sorry.
I don't know what you think you saw, but you definitely didn't see that.
I saw nothing. Hey, but hey, it's wonderful having a conversation with you. We should get together for some coffee sometime. I'm saying this while I'm walking away. Like,
Would you like to
goodbye.
entice Emily?
What do I have to do for that?
So, entice, when you appeal to someone's physical or emotional sensibilities, you roll plus heart. If you get a 7 or a 9, you gain a string on them, unless they decide to do one of the other things instead. Get flustered and awkward, promise something that they think you want, or give in to desire. On a plus 10, you gain a string and do one of those following things. So basically, you're flirting and enticing poor Emily,
Sure,
poor
actually,
small town Emily.
Absolutely.
Great.
This is what my character's
Give me
for.
the heart roll.
I don't get it. It's only a
Oh.
5.
Thank you very much for the offer, Alvaro, but I have other plans.
With Marcus?
Not with Marcus.
As I leave, like.
Great. I would also say, Celeste, you did hear a little rumor that maybe someone from a different house, or a group of people from a different house, had been doing some intensive training. Now, normally, that would just be they're obviously training for the tournament. But there's an inkling in your head. What if, to prove your worth to the school, to the student council, Alexandria has roped in the help of a different group of people that you don't know very well? Like, you would know of them and you might have met them socially, but like, due to the social outcast nature of this house and its position, some of it would be difficult to spend time with those people or like really gain a lot of traction with them. And you didn't know the rumor didn't tell you what house it was. You just heard about some intense training, and you couldn't figure out which house it was or why it was about. But it's a thought in your head that there might be two groups in there, and one of them might be from outside the house.
Interesting. I have a thing that I would like to do, but I don't know if I should. So that means I should follow that feeling. I'm in the midst of collecting this information about all the different groups and the team that's already inside, and observing, seeing Alvaro kind of have that moment with Emily and noticing like the phone and everything. I kind of like walk past and I go to the office of Alexandria, and I would like to speak with her.
Yeah.
I knock on her door, and
she
I go,
doesn't have a door. It's just
she doesn't
open.
have
It's
a
an
door.
open space, but you do. I have to take the stairs up to the balcony or the elevator.
Okay, I will take the stairs, and I eventually, as I come through the threshold of whatever opening the office has, I kind of knock on it and I say, Alexandria, it's me, Celeste. I have a question, about the, I guess, what you've prepared for us. I've made some, I guess, progress in the way things have moved, and I couldn't help but notice certain students missing and or practicing. I understand you are in a difficult position and have built this space for us so that we can have opportunity where others may have privilege. And I wonder if there's anything that you could advise on helping us prove to those in positions of power and privilege that may aid our cause of this noble house. I kind of want to hint towards maybe some of the handling she's done, and perhaps maybe hint to see if I can tilt her hand or glimpse what she has done in this preparation, if there is another team outside of the house. And I take a step forward and I go, I've noticed it's not unusual for other houses to prepare for this moment as the tournament itself is coming up, but I think it is only equitable and fair if all of us know as much as we can and have as much accessible to us as the other houses have. Kind of like hinting.
She stands from behind her desk and kind of comes over to you and guides you to the balcony so that you can see out the whole space, from the study space into the large arena. What do you see when you look at the arena?
A never-changing maze, volcanoes, obstacles.
Think about the broader picture. Zoom out.
I'm
spectacle.
I see.
Spectacle is what we will be putting on. A show, if you will. A demonstration. Sometimes, as much as I would like to make the world a fairer place, we must fight against those who choose to constrict reality to their perception of it and desires for it. And we have to show them something else. And that's got to be loud. It's got to be big. So if I had picked out opponents for you outside this house, I'd want something showy, big, spectacle. And the theatre kids were unavailable.
Right. Understood.
I think in this moment you kind of run through the options in your head and you go, oh no. Well, if it's not the theatre kids, who could it be? And it could be the House of Cheer, which is as bad as it sounds. They're cheerleaders who duel.
Mhm. Wonderful. Bring it on.
They're like, some of them are in the actual cheer teams, and they are as cliquey as they come, and they have close ties to the student council. Members of the student council have come and gone from the House of Cheer. It used to be called the House of Chant, but it sounded a little bit too culty, so they went, we're gonna change the name. You would know the leader of the current House of Cheer, Vanessa, is the meanest of the mean girls. She is known as being a terror. She's made teachers lose their jobs because she didn't like them and destroyed their reputation. Whatever it took. Her last ex used to have a really nice car. She didn't slash the tires. She blew it up.
Oh.
Okay. Got it.
Queen shit.
Yeah,
Have no
absolute
vision.
queen shit. If you're fighting the House of Chi, you're buggered.
Perfect.
Is the kind of vibe. And who would do intense training sessions? Vanessa. Like, the story you heard was that someone had had such an intense training session, they had to go to the hospital.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
or to the healers. And yeah, she is a demon.
Wonderful.
And you're not
As
sure if
that-
that's a metaphor or not. Because you're not sure if demons exist or not.
If our small, wonderful training room can become an entire dungeon of obstacles, there's a sinking feeling that Celeste feels of Vanessa potentially being in there and potentially being an actual demon as she kind of stiffens and swallows and goes, I understand. Thank you, Alexandria. We will do our best.
Take a string
Run.
for Alexandria.
Okay.
Cece, what did you want to
Um,
engage with?
assuming that Celeste will relay the information that they just learned, I would like to use a move of mine called Wicked Past.
Mhm.
When I hear about a villain for the first time, I may decide that I know them from my past. If so, give them a string on me.
Yeah.
To ask a question. Well, so, yeah. So to ask us, sorry, words are so hard right now.
No, you're good.
If so, give them a string on you to ask a question from the figure out a person and take +1 forward against them.
Yep. So +1 forward is a boost to a roll against them that I will keep track
Yes.
of.
So they will have a string on me,
yeah,
but I
which
have
means they can
decided
manipulate you,
that
but yeah.
I have decided that I know them because Vanessa is the one who pitted me against my ex.
Ooh. Can I add some sauce to that?
Go for it.
Your ex is currently on the House of Cheer.
Shit. That makes
Love that.
sense.
Could you tell me about your ex?
So while Val wasn't on the cheer team, her ex Liza was, and Val originally met them during like one of the duels.
Mm.
And so they would train together, they would do everything, and then they had a little bit of a messy breakup when I got accused of something that I didn't do. And so when Vanessa pitted us against each other, shit happened.
Do you think Vanessa was involved in breaking you up?
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vanessa is the reason we broke up.
Vanessa is the reason you broke up. Absolutely.
And I would like, for figuring out a person, they have to be here?
Yeah, ideally
Can I
they kind of
ask?
have to be in the scene.
Okay.
So we can definitely do that when we meet Vanessa. Because it's not an if, it's a when. Great.
Good to know.
I realise we have been going just for over an hour. So I want to give Madeline and Nikki a chance to engage with something. Before we go to our break, then we'll come back and we will enter the arena.
Okay.
Either of you have anything you want to do? And if not, don't worry. There's still plenty of things to explore later. But like, if there's anything your characters you think would do as prep, I know Nikki, you did observe the battlefield. So, Madeline, is there anything that you think that Gwendolyn would do in this time of prep?
Gwendolyn is like you said the maze was wood, right?
Yeah.
It's like wood walls. Gwendolyn is like trying to see what kind of wood this is and if it is a kind of wood that is easily broken. Essentially.
You'd know the house takes a hitting. You have trained in these halls. You have spent time in the study, in the magical area of the study, and like sometimes things can get a little bit rough or magic can go wrong. So people have been blasted into the walls, and the shelves and the books have all collapsed, but then rebuilt themselves. But you know, like the training dummies that are made of the wood of the house are quite sturdy. They'll scratch, but you couldn't break them. But I will say, you have definitely been able to climb this wood quite confidently in the past. It is not the hardest in the world, and if you wanted to use your blade and climb up the wall of the maze, that could be an option. You don't know if it'll work, but it could be an option. You could definitely give it a go. As for like blasting down the walls, that doesn't seem to be the design of the puzzle.
Okay.
Though, based on what Alexandria said, maybe that's the exact kind of puzzle solving that will impress an audience.
I think despite having to like plan for this thing that's happening right now, Gwen has like one thing like bugging her. And she is going to approach Alvaro and say, look, I know we are on a team and we have something to do right now, but I need to get this off of my mind. You destroyed a perfectly good cell phone that could have lasted you much longer. That was incredibly wasteful.
Got it for like $5 at Family Dollar.
Five.
It could have lasted you at least 10 more years.
I feel like my backpack is like near me, and I'm like, I got like 20 more.
Oh no. Why do you have so many? You only need one. Oh,
You need one.
I need you to never show me that again. I need those to last forever. If we are going to be able to work together here.
Well, I do have a plan, at least for one person.
Based on... Well, I have been thinking too, and based on our previous knowledge, they want a show, we should give them a show. I think they want us to run around this maze like rats in a lab. I won't allow it. We are going to climb right over. All of us.
All of us?
All of us.
Okay. I'm not the greatest at that. I will do my best.
I will
I
not...
can give you a boost.
I will not leave anyone behind. We must stay together strong. Remember, any strong union can outmatch any magic, okay?
Agreed.
Okay.
You want us to break the rules?
I was told no rules.
Okay, but what happens if they climb up after us? Like, if there's some in the maze, which I'm 100% certain there are.
We will have the high ground advantage. We'll improvise from there.
I'm pretty sure someone lost 3 of their limbs doing that.
3?
Oh, jeez. Do fingers count as limbs?
No, in this scenario.
Is that a verified source of information, or is that just a rumor?
I'm
It's a
sure no
rumor.
one's lost any limbs. Yeah. We
But
have
also,
the owl, and I'm sure there's magic in there that can heal us.
well, and also, like, this is just a test.
Test. Yeah.
To prove ourselves, yes. But
Mm.
it's that whole thing of like they wouldn't like hurt us for show,
I don't know
would they?
about.
I
Well,
mean,
you know about
this
Vanessa.
this
with
academy
Vanessa.
does force their students to fight with swords against
Okay.
each other, so I don't know
If-
if that really applies.
If there's no rules with Vanessa, it's on site.
Okay. Wonderful.
I was thinking about hiring her, but okay.
I think you would be able to intuit.
They want a show?
The rules would probably be that you can't seriously maim one another. The dueling rules are as usual: first blood or cutting off their lapel. Even in a larger context of like a battlefield, the rules of a duel still apply. I would almost say that you would know that once someone has been cut once or the lapel has been cut off, a magical bubble appears around them. And I think you would be able to see that 2 Omnimancers are in the arena to do magic more advanced than the owl usually would do.
Gotcha.
And I would also mention that that as this has all been happening, the room has been further shifting, so that now there is seating racks on the upper level of the walkway that looks over the arena. And there are students there who've been filtering in from another door from other houses. And there are and 2 members of the open house, the open oaks, have been going around with concessions.
Oh, okay.
Get that
It is.
bag.
A full spectacle.
It's a full-on
Despicable.
spectacle. You were like, how did you not find out about this? There seems to be tickets. People are being checked on their tickets and where they're sitting. And you didn't manage to find out about this. This has been a cover-up.
As our powwow is just about to finish, I'd just like to gather everyone and be like, I believe in all of you, and I'm always going to have your back no matter what happens, even if I can't climb really well. Here, can I attempt to magically make us all look unified in a kind of cool group outfit of this house? I don't know if that's possible, but I was like, if they want to show and we want to represent the house of like oak, open oak, I would like, as you know, the dreamer to.
I think you focus your magic, and the five of you feel a sensation sparkle over you, and it's almost magical girl transformation sequence, in that you each have your either current outfit or a battle-worthy outfit of the house colors take form over you. So it's like, yeah, and they've all got a badge of the Open Oaks logo.
Okay.
And
I think
like,
it's a small handheld mirror for me. I take it out of a bag and I do a little magic. And as like the light reflects and refracts off of it onto each of us, it changes our outfit into whatever everyone wants it to be for this moment. But it's like a cohesive theme of the house, and it's like lapel.
And the house is like earthy colours, light brown, slate grey, and highlights of silver. I've got that in my notes. And I'd say that the logo is like, it is two people holding each other's hand with flowers entwined around them. So you've all magical girl transformation sequenced into your chosen outfit for this combat. Does anyone have a particular outfit in mind, or or should I move past this bit?
We're all Ginyu Force.
What? I don't know that reference.
Me neither.
You're missing
Dragon
out.
Ball Z.
I'm sorry.
Do we have like Sentai Power Ranger?
We can't make those jokes. I abandoned the Power Ranger game because this was taking too much mental energy. I apologize again, Nikki.
It's alright.
No, it's good. It's fine. Yeah, I think it's unique to you. So, like, if you would like to be Ginyu Force, I absolutely think you've got the shoulder pads and the unitard, and maybe for you it has trousers.
I like to think that Val's is literally just what she's wearing, but now it's in like these dark green hues with like brown and bronze accents.
Ooh, I like that. I think Celeste will be in kind of like they wanted spectacle. So even though our colors are a little bit more earthy, they're gonna be in like a flashy jumpsuit. It's gonna be like a jumpsuit that is like brown and has like the green vines of the house, and eventually like the emblem of like the hands across the chest with the vines intertwining. But the jumpsuit itself is almost like sequins, and that's where the silver comes in, so it reflects a lot. So it's very flashy, and like practical to move in, so it doesn't get caught on anything.
I think for me, it's literally just a leather jacket and some shades, some sunglasses.
Love it.
Great.
Nothing crazy.
With you all suited up, Oh, is anyone else want to go?
I'm trying to decide. Like, I will not. The Ginyu Force was a joke.
Boo.
You know what?
No.
I'll say that in Kai's extremely sort of like repressed household, okay, her parents don't really let her watch like a lot of like wide variety of movies, but then eventually at some point she happened to stumble upon, while she's alone in the house, flipping through into like one of the Western channels or something, and she ended up watching Underworld, and she hyperfixated on Kate Beckinsale.
Yes.
So
Yes.
her outfit involuntarily is Celine's outfit, you know, the skin tight leathers.
Yes.
And she is absolutely mortified.
Okay. I see you.
Okay. Did not see that coming from you, but okay.
Gwen's just got like plate armor.
Yes. Yes.
All of us with our flashy shield, and then just one tank walking
Yeah.
up, flanking forward.
It's not like super heavy plate armor, but
as you kind of all in the loading area, there's like a similar like a gladiatorial arena.
Yeah.
You're the five of you are there, ready to go, and magically the rose lapel appears on each of you. This is the showing of the contest, and this will be your kind of life. If someone takes this, you might be out of the game altogether. You see, walking past the five of you, Z, who was a member of the House of Open Oaks, but has since left the house to join one of the other houses. She was known for not particularly caring about the politics of the house and just enjoying fighting people. She just enjoys messing people up. And as part of that, she was cursed to kind of, as her instincts, her desire, and she's also super flirty with every girl on campus, and like unadulteratedly like open with her sexuality and her attraction to people. But as part of this curse that she has been given during her magical adventures, a mystical armor made of the same things that the swords are made of takes over her body. And when she first appears, she looks at Madeline and goes, sorry, she looks at Madeline's character, Gwendolyn, and goes, that'll do. And she kind of comes out of the shadows, and you see that her jaw is metal, and her shoulders have these like large metal spikes coming out of her, and she's like towards the very moment of where she's fully transformed into like this fully kind of sleek armor with lots of spikes of like ink dot metal kind of poking out of. So she's still got human features, but her hair is completely metal right now. It's like this sleek in a ponytail, but like her hair's become metal. And she's wearing what's left of, like, she's got a crop top on, but her abs are steel. And like she was at some point, you think, wearing short shorts, but they've just crumpled off and has now just got metal legs, fully plated armor legs. And she holds this like scrappy sword that she's just kind of holding it, that's put on her back. Alexandria said that you were looking for a fight. I volunteered. This menacing grin on her face, and you see that her teeth are sharp and metal, like wolf fangs.
You know, that doesn't really surprise me.
Well,
Mhm.
you know, I thought make sure that I was leaving the open oaks with some capable fighters behind. You know, we could always do something else instead, Val, if you wanted.
Oh, well, why don't we save that for the after party?
Now that I do like. Any of you are invited. Well, you know, those of you of my persuasion. I'm going to see you later.
Adios, Tradora.
Do I know what house she left for?
The Underground Orchid.
The
So,
underground.
this is my player character.
Gotcha.
But I thought it'd be fun to have a little bit of crossover between the stories. Yes, so Z left for the House of the Underground Orchid. They are the school or the Rose Court's unofficial newspaper.
Mm.
A bit like you lot, they're outcasts. They are outcasts of other houses or previous establishments. And they are in conflict with all the major antagonistic forces of the Rose Court. So that includes the school council, the student council, the evil time vampires, and that weird mystical cult that's going around. You all have like vaguely heard about them, and like, but the student council's the people who take the most time with you lot to fuck with your shit because they don't want you being here. So you don't really have time to deal with the fact there's magical time vampires around. You will remember that Z specifically didn't believe in mystical time vampires when she left. Like everyone kept on mentioning them, and she's like, I don't believe you. I ain't got time for whatever nonsense you're spouting. She left to go and join that house because where else are you going to get the best fights but defending the real nerds who are going around asking questions no one wants answering? That's where you're going to get people trying to fight them, and she can be the muscle. That's kind of her whole bit. She also had done her best and had gone through a lot of the girls who were interested in her in the open oaks. So we're just like, time to move on. Got things to do.
Just want to say, in case anyone didn't understand me, when I said adios traidora, that just means bye traitor.
Oh,
Ooh,
yikes!
spicy.
Spicy.
What I will say is that as she walks through the gates, then close again, ready for you lot, is that you see her grow taller by a few inches, and you can tell that she's probably fully gone into her metal form, because she's up for a fight. So yeah,
I'll say it is amazing craftsmanship.
She entered the dungeon that we're
Yeah.
about to. Oh,
yeah, she's
Oh, I
here
thought
to
she-
cause chaos.
okay.
She has entered
that's
herself in to
Wonderful.
see what she can do.
We
Didn't
can always
anticipate.
play into her desires, so.
Yeah.
Do I know who she's been with in our little open oak?
Oh, so I can tell you from your upcoming opponents, she was with Elsie,
Okay.
which was a whole thing because Elsie's got a thing for Sandra. So because Sandra didn't feel the same back, Z just stepped in. You're not sure how many of the cheerleaders she's been with. I'll say that much. She tried to hit on Emily real bad. Because, like, small town American girl is. Z is all over that. That's so much fun. But it didn't quite work out. I think that Emily was genuinely oblivious to it and has yet to be figure out that that's what was going on. I would say that you know that Z was Bethany's first relationship.
Oh.
Because also, Quiet Librarian Girl, that's easy. She enjoys bringing people out of their shells because then she gets to have fun with them. And like Z is known for being a bit of a monster. Like that's her whole bit. She has this monstrous form that she takes on. She is known for sleeping around with, and for being promiscuous and open and like for being like enjoying a fight. But those of you who would know her know that all of that is bravado, and she doesn't care about any of the politics. But she does care about people. Just this is her way of showing it. Is going around and doing what she'd like. You're pretty sure she must have had relationships with the House of Cheer, but you couldn't tell which. You did dig real deep to try and find out if Lisa had a fling, but you couldn't find a definite answer.
Okay. Wonderful.
Cool.
Did any of you have relationships with Z? She's usually preference for she days, but
Val never had. I'm sorry. I was
No,
just gonna
go.
say Val never had an official relationship, but Val has always led her on.
I think
yeah,
in a similar tone, but maybe not leading her on. Celeste. Celia was a previous thing I wrote. Celeste. I think would have had some like flirtation back and forth. I think Celeste would, if they notice that Z's more attracted to femme presenting people, Celeste definitely would have like changed their appearance to be more femme presenting every time they're around, and to just try to be close in that way. But it's always been a dance.
They don't mind mask. They just don't like men. You can be
Yeah.
envy and mask, or envy and ambiguous, and they'll be good with it. It's just that they are like, lads are a nightmare.
Wonderful.
That's her whole
Yeah,
bit.
I think
Fair.
then I would have definitely had like a dalliance. There would have been like jokes, a little flirtation, a little dance.
Both take a string on Z.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think Gwen is like too dense. Like maybe Z tried, but Gwen is like so dense that it maybe didn't work. I'd say they probably sparred a lot though, because Gwen is always like training.
Yeah.
I'll say nothing has happened between Kai and Zia simply because every time Z attempts to flirt, Kai runs away.
Yeah. Great.
The moment it happens, she just like runs.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. I think for you two, don't take a string, but for the other two, that definitely relates. Yeah. And yeah.
Set of fire.
Yeah. She's a menace. Absolute menace. Like. But the time has come for the moment of your demonstration. We do have a member of the student council in the house. If I can find the NPC's name in someone else's lore document.
Now's our
that's fine.
chance. We can get them now. They're here.
Countess Sarah St. Lewent is the treasurer of the student council. And artisan and courtier and consort of the Duke Sheen Lancaster. She is presiding over events. Her and Alexandria have taken up kind of like a central podium above. She's wearing a very sleek dress that goes all the way down to her feet. It's kind of a deep blue hue, royal blue. And she kind of takes a glass. Oh, she's got long blonde hair, I think. She takes a like a little piece of metal and taps it against her glass that she's holding with sparkling wine in it. Those of you here are here to see the rebellious sewer rats attempt a chance of glory and to join us in the next Crown Tournament. I wish them the best of luck in this endeavour, and the Student Council will be watching well with these people who've paid ticket prices for some reason to be here. I, of course, am here in an official capacity. Yes, carry on. Downs her drink. Where do I get another one? Alexandria steps forward. Those of you I welcome to the House of the Open Oak. We welcome all with open arms and warmth in our hearts. This is a chance to show what we can do, to entertain you, to fill your hearts with joy, excitement, thrill, and anticipation for what we could do as part of the Crown Tournament. These 5 students are some of my very best. They come from different backgrounds, have different experiences, but together they'll accomplish something, I hope, magnificent. Luis, my departed partner, once asked me what made us such a good team. And I couldn't tell. I didn't know. We just connected and worked together on a level that I'd never experienced before. What I think it was, looking back at it, was trust. A trust that was built not out of foolish understanding or belief that one another would be perfect people, but trust that we'd be imperfect, and that no matter what our imperfections, we'd be there for each other. Shall we begin? Taps the cane down onto the ground. The gates rise in front of you, and you're kind of shined in light from the arena as a rambunctious band begins to play kind of procession music as you enter into the first step of the arena, the wooden maze. Now you're in the maze, you can see that each section of the wall of the maze, some are bookshelves, some are just plain wooden panels, but others are like murals, painted murals of each of you, and moments from your lives that you didn't think anyone knew about.
We are being put on a spectacle, and we are performers in a play that is being sold tickets to, and we are not being paid for it. They plan to make fools of us. Let's make fools of them back.
All right. Well, do you want to go with your first plan of smashing these walls down, or?
Gwen is gonna stab her sword from her side into the wall, and just use it as like a step and try and climb up onto the top of the wall.
Great.
I would.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
continue.
No, go ahead. I'll hear out what's going to happen, and then I'll do some GMing.
Even though I suggested to Gwen to break the walls down, I think in this moment, Celeste wants to know what is hidden about everyone, and will take the time to look at each and every mural.
It's at this moment you realise that each one is only showing you your stuff.
Oh,
You've all
That's
responded to it, but you've all looked at the first mural and seen something completely different.
understood.
For a second, you
I
did think
think-
you were going to see. You thought that each one was going to be for someone else, but you kind of poke round the corner and see another one from you. You're like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?" And you might have like vocalized it, and it's dawned on the five of you. No one else can see these moments. It's the house testing you.
Okay.
You hope.
Yeah, I think Celeste will say it out loud, and that moment of realization of seeing the other five, and goes, "Oh, you can't see what I see. It's just a reflection of me and only me."
Oh, so none of you can see that? Oh, thank God.
Yes, I think.
Thank goodness.
So are we climbing up?
I am.
All right.
Like-
If you survive, I'll follow.
I would like to say this is a defy disaster roll because it's described as being when you push your limits to achieve something extraordinary, not covered by any of the other moves. And I don't think climbing is covered in any of the other moves. And I'm going to say that the house resists you. So it starts to like, as you begin to climb, it starts to shift and shape into what is kind of like a climbing wall, but like a bloody difficult one. So you can use any of your stats that you think are applicable here.
Okay. Do you think daring works? I mean,
Yeah, daring you using your might and endurance
yeah.
to get up this wall. So please roll it for me.
That's an 8.
Great. The GM will offer you a hard choice or success with a sacrifice. You will be able to get up, but no one else will be able to climb as the maze adapts to your methodology. Or you can succeed and something sacrificial will happen.
Okay. I thought them not getting up was the sacrificial thing.
Something else will happen that you can either you can either keep the path open for everyone to get up, but something else bad will happen, or you can get up and
I'll
no one else
take the
can.
sacrifice. I'll take
Cool.
the sacrifice. I'll
You climb up. You get to the top, and you reach for your sword, and your sword just gets taken by the wall.
You. Oh, this stupid
It's a-
house.
It's okay. You can use mine.
That sword was generations old. Ah. Okay. If the murals were a trick, the only way I can go on now is assuming this is a trick too. I believe I will get it back eventually. Let's keep moving.
So,
Oh,
go ahead.
go ahead.
No.
Oh,
was
I
like-
was gonna say, This is awful. I was going to say I'm going to help everybody else get up first before I go up.
Yeah, I think with that all with the route kind of set out, and the wall adjusting, it's realized, okay, the challenge is now a climbing test, so you're all climbed up. It's kind of adjusted to suit that. It just took the sword as like a price. You change the game, I take something off you.
Okay.
I'd say that you're semi-conscious that the house is sentient, and it does have a
Okay.
sense. It has a personality, for sure. She's a little bit mischievous, but she has a sense of purpose in everything that she does. So you all managed to climb up, and I think, Valoria, that as you realise that you've made it up, as you kind of step off the ground goes from underneath. The challenge has changed, so now you're standing on the maze bits, but between where the floor was, it's all now gone. And you hear Elsie and Sandra going, "What's going on? What? Why are we?" And they've been lifted up and put onto one of the little walls, and then the floor's gone. So like they were placed in the maze to meet you there, but you've overcome the maze. So the adaptation is, if you fall, you're going to end in the pit. Also, Elsie and Sandra are here.
Oh, so does that mean we start fighting now?
Oh, we were meant to disrupt you in the maze?
Oh, then
So
we're not in the
Go
maze anymore, so you can just move aside. And then Kai starts walking and just I walk past them.
Sandra starts leaping, stepping across the kind of the walls to meet you.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
I don't want to hurt you. I swing my sword at her then.
Wow, great. We're gonna fight. That's a fight check, that is. When you seek to
Alright.
incapacitate someone with violence, roll plus daring or plus grace.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will if I have to. And I swing as she runs towards me.
Mm.
And that is a 9.
Great.
Ooh.
So you choose 2, your opponent chooses 1 from the option. Flirt with or provoke your opponent and gain a string on them. Through violence or cutting words, inflict condition. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position.
I'm going to create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Basically, I swing. Yeah, Kai doesn't really want to hurt someone, so she just sort of like claps the flat part of the blade against her ankle to make her trip to offer an opening for her allies to proceed. And through. Wait, Sandra is the one attacking me, right?
Yes.
All right.
Elsie was the one talking. Sandra has just got into action and cut you off and said, "I don't think so." A lot more like authoritative and on task, it seems.
All right. Then I'm gonna the second one is I'm gonna do through violence or cutting words inflict the conditions. So I'm gonna go. Sandra, you really shouldn't be fighting me. Didn't you hear the rumors that everyone has been talking about? That Elsie was the one who sabotaged your relationship. You should be going after her instead.
Oh,
Kai feels like a horrible person doing that.
Yeah.
But it's heat of the moment.
That's great.
She has a look of I'm sorry as she says each of those words.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna say that inflicts the insecure condition on Sandra. But she, in response, will. What's it say to do? It says she will also attempt to inflict a condition on you.
Uh-oh.
Well, what would you know about relationships with other people? You don't even speak outside of your controlling little puppet master.
Do I just take it, or do I roll stagger?
Let's find out.
This is actually something I'm also a bit ambiguous about, even though I ran this system before.
Yeah.
Because this is technically, it's a response from fight. It's not someone
Yeah.
attacking me per se.
I think
Which
she's sent cutting words back, so she is going to inflict a condition on you, and I think,
I think insecure
don't-
also makes sense.
yeah, you take insecure, and I think that stagger is a substantial blow based on it's based on a number of conditions, right? So you've gained a condition, so from 0 to 3, you lash out at someone whose regard matters to you. You hesitate or stumble, and the opposition gains an opportunity. So that's stagger's like a big thing has happened to you. This is just a small little,
okay.
niggle at you. So you take the condition, but you don't stagger.
All right.
Bear with us. Some of us are new to this system, including some of us running it, because we agreed and then went, yeah, I'll read the book, and I did. Great. No, thank you. Awesome. So you've created an opportunity. So in all that, Sandra's now tripped and falls, and she's now supporting herself. She's like spread between two of the walls of the maze. She's literally got her feet on the one that you were stood on and her hands on the other in a very vulnerable position. And Elsie is like panic in her eyes, is rushing over best she can, but is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I've got to help her.
Can I run over? I'm gonna be on the opposite side of Sandra that Elsie is.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel helping somebody not knowing if they'd do the same for you? Trying to throw her off her game.
Oh my god. So, yeah. What the hell was that move? Is that just...
I'm just taunting her at this point,
Yeah.
as like my hand is on my blade is still on my back, but I have not drawn it yet.
I'm going to give you a string on Elsie for doing that.
Cool.
I mean, that would be just, or I guess staggering is reactive, but I
Yeah.
guess this is kind of reactive, but
Yeah, she's absolutely gone in that moment. She hesitates. She looks at Sandra, and Sandra's like, for God's sake, get me up.
I'd like to just walk over to them and just push them.
Do you push Elsie or do you push Chandra?
I mean, they're right next to each other. Can I just use both hands to just push them? Okay.
One is standing up. One is kind of like horizontal between two walls of the maze, holding on for dear life.
Yeah. Because what I was thinking is like, yeah, this one's having real trouble staying up and stuff.
Yeah.
This one is dazed right now because of words. That was my mind. But
you know what?
I'll
give me a fight check.
Cool. Let's see. I roll Darren or Grace.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. That is a 5 and a 4, 9 plus a 1, 10.
You push Elsie onto Sandra, and the two of them fall into the abyss.
Good job, everyone.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do recovery moves, do they happen at a specific time or do they happen can I just do them?
You can
like the
attempt them.
others?
Yeah, for sure.
I would like to go up to Kai and kind of place my hand on their shoulders and say, you shouldn't listen to her. She doesn't understand where you come from. And you are not a puppet. I've seen you be your own person, and I know that it can be difficult in a new place, acclimating to a new culture. So don't listen to her. I got your back, all right? And I would like to try to offer emotional support.
Yeah. So would you like to roll heart or spirit?
Definitely heart,
Cool.
because
If you
that's
have a string on Kai, you can spend it to get a +3 to your
I
roll.
do have a string, but the interesting thing about my little
Oh god, yeah,
playbook
okay.
says that I can get and use strings, but I cannot influence with a string.
Oh, okay.
And I do not get XP from influence with a string or string advances. And also, others can't gain more than 3 strings on me. And I can't gain more than
Because you're
3
surface
strings on
level.
them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to gain more insight on myself in order
Yeah.
to unlock that part.
Unlock new things. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Gotcha,
just roll plus heart then.
Okay.
Real quick, because I rolled a 10,
Yeah.
it says I can choose 3 things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Granted, my main thing was just pushing them off, but one
Yeah.
of the things says I can take an object from my opponent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or-
Go ahead.
Cool. Can I just take their swords real quick?
I think you take
they're-
Elsie's sword.
Cool.
Easily, yeah.
Cool, I'll take Elsie's yours. And then I just
Elsie's
press it together.
sword is I think in some ways everyone's blades represent a little bit of themselves. So it's a poor replica of Sandra's sword. And
Oh.
it's clearly a little bit brittle.
Wow.
Though, to be fair, Elsie did look ecstatic. Like they fell together, and as they fell together, Sandra kind of grabbed onto Elsie, and in that moment, you saw a glimmer of hope in Elsie's eyes as they fell into the abyss together.
Gotcha. I do give the sword to Gwen. Be like, better than nothing. Here.
I guess I must reuse what I have. It's no Killian, but I put it in my sheath.
Yeah.
I rolled
Killian
an
is the
8.
name of her sword.
Yeah.
Mhm.
An 8. So, obviously, here there is player engagement. If you choose to open up, Nikki, if Kai chooses to open up in this moment, they can clear a condition, mark an XP, gain +1 forward, or gain insight from the GM about an obstacle you're about to face. So it's kind of up to you if you would like to respond and open up to Celeste in that moment if you think it makes sense for your character. Or you can
I'll
just
say
freak out.
I'll say as a response, Kai will go, no, yeah, I know. Thank you. I know. It's why I'm here, right? To break out of my shell. So, yeah, I don't care about them. They're from the House of Cheer. They like to. They're in cahoots with the one that we're about to fight later. They can't be trusted.
It's okay.
So, do we move on now, or?
We can move on if you want to.
Right. Thank you. And then she sort of like extends a hand out as if like wanted to pat your shoulder. Oh, sorry. And then she walks away.
Yeah. Great.
She gives you the space. Yeah. they give you the space that you need.
Cool.
So, your main opponents in this area of the map are complete. You've sent Elsie and Sandra hurtling into the abyss in each other's arms. One clearly more into that than the other. Poor girl. And yeah, you kind of hop along the various walls of the maze. You see a clear way to the end, and you reach the final kind of where the goal would be. The floor. Let's see. As you reach the final like bit of the wall that leads to the goal, the floor comes back up from nowhere. Sandra and Elsie are nowhere to be found on the floor. They've clearly been magicked away somewhere. And then the walls of the maze begin to descend to meet the floor as you reach where the goal would be. You hear some kind of muffled cheering, you hope, from the crowd, as it was a clever attempt out of the situation. It fought back, and you gave them some entertainment with two doofuses attempting their best and falling out. Like they it was comedy gold for an audience.
So this should be the magical obstacle course now.
Or is this the
No,
duel?
this is the first dueling arena.
Yeah.
Before,
I hope you are all ready for a fight.
I guess.
to
My
your
words can only be so
surprise,
much.
you enter the kind of circular sand pit with some like wooden panels, wooden floor around the center. Across from you is Marcus and Bethany.
And Bethany.
Okay.
Well, I charged in first just now. One of you go ahead.
Okay.
I'm in front. I'm like in front of you. Like, do not worry. We are strong together, but I have quite a bit of more muscle than some of you, so I will take the lead.
Do you step
Well, I
onto the
look-
sand?
Yes.
Right, cool.
Oh no.
I didn't like the way you said that.
Yeah, sure do.
Yeah.
Go. Anyone
Yeah.
I also support.
Okay, so Gwendolyn and Alvaro step onto the sand. Before anyone else can, a wall of purple flame erects to prevent you from getting forward.
Okay.
As Marcus and Bethany step on from the other side, the whole ring has the purple flame around it that settles, so it's still clearly there, and if you approach it, it will flare up and prevent you from moving forward.
Gotcha.
A duel is between a champion and a consort. You have selected the two of you to enter the duel section of this.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
Well, okay. Well, we're still strong together.
Absolutely. Aim for his back.
You can kind of see Marcus talking to Bethany, like, do what I say, and we'll get through this. You get me? She sheepishly nods.
Yeah.
Go on.
I don't believe these two are conducting the utmost greatest teamwork.
No.
And
well, very
Bethany very sheepishly kind of agrees to what he's saying, and you see a glow from her chest. It's a very weak glow, and Marcus grabs into the magical the magical glow and pulls out Bethany's heart blade.
Interesting.
Oh, honey.
Question. Are we still be able to be heard even though the fire comes up in front of us?
Yes, you're able to be heard.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like a whole sound situation as well. I think in that moment, realizing that there's a flame barrier, Celeste will go yell, I guess, towards both Gwen and Alvaro. His back! The phone! Emily! Remember?
I understood.
And Marcus starts pacing around the half circle of his side, kind of twirling the sword in one hand and his sword in another. All right then. Which one are you first?
Gwen is just charging ahead.
Great. Please make me a fight check. I will give you +1 forward because
Daring
you
or
know about the
grace?
weakness of the back.
I'm rolling daring. That's a 9.
Is that with the +1?
No, that would be 10 with the +1.
Great. You
9
choose
flat.
3.
Well, through violence, inflicting a condition because just going at it. She has not pulled out this other sword. She's going in fists
Yeah.
and like going for like a round punch towards like the back area where she knows that scar is.
Yeah.
And I think this probably naturally creates an opportunity because now Alvaro can also either get by him to attack the other person or attack them.
Yeah.
And I would like to. Can I take the heart sword?
Yes. So I think he launches towards you with both of these swords. Like you said, like you basically swerve underneath his arms and elbow him in the back where his scar is.
Yeah.
Causing him to drop the heart sword. And before it hits the floor, you grab it. He stumbles over. He's not quite on. He's not on the floor, but he's kind of like having to catch his feet from under him, and turns to point his sword back at you. Obviously, revealing his back to Alvaro.
When I take the heart sword, I take the other sword out I had in my sheath, and I point the heart sword at him, and I go, "This heart does not belong to you, and you are not worthy to wield it." And I put it back in the other sheath.
Just for your information, Bethany is now smitten with you.
Cool.
Wow.
Excellent. We love to hear that.
Take a string on Bethany.
Question, considering you through violence, you inflicted a condition, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably got the frightened condition. Because
Cool.
really hope that no one knew about his back scar.
Cool. I'm gonna use my opportunity on him to kind of get in his head.
Okay.
And kind of be like, Marcus, come on, what are we doing here? Don't you want Emily? Why are you going Bethany? I mean, I've seen her phone. You're on there.
Yeah, okay. What do you mean, Emily? I've done it again. He's gone Scouse. Bugger, he's not Scouse. He can't be Scouse. He's an American.
Love it.
Oh,
Stick
okay,
with
he's
it.
Scouse now. He's Scouse.
There he is.
What do you mean, Emily? She's nothing to me.
You seem like something to her.
I'm something to all these girls.
Not all of them.
Certainly not.
You're just jealous. You couldn't get this.
Yes. Who wouldn't want?
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't keep phone pictures of me on their phone? You know, leave them wanting more.
If I had a
Well-
photo of you on my phone, it would break.
Damn.
I'll tell you about
I'm-
breaking. I'm gonna break
I'm-
your friend's face on the ground.
Cool. This entire time, I'm specifically just doing all this to distract him. Just like that way he faces me and be like, stab his back.
Yeah.
Stab the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say from that, if you'd like to slash along his back, go ahead, and you would sure first blood. Yeah, I think Gwendolyn has the chance to get this guy.
Sure. Gwen's gonna say, "You toy with people's hearts and then use them for your own purpose. You disgust me," and just like do the slash with the brittle sword.
And it does shatter along as you swipe. And yeah, he's consumed by this magical bubble and risen out of the arena and disappears.
Might want to get a tetanus shot.
I take
Can't
the
believe this.
heart.
I can't believe I lost.
Gwen takes the heart sword out of the sheath and hands it to what was their name?
Bethany.
Bethany. Hands it to Bethany. Says, "This belongs to you."
As the kind of glow returns to her chest, and it kind of the sword is accepted into her, and the glow becomes more clear and bright as it happens, and she hands you her lapel.
Thank God.
Oh, we're not fighting.
Well, we don't have to if you don't want to. You did a very kind thing for me, and he's an asshole, and I let him push me around because I thought it'd be good competition. But I can fight you if you want. We don't have to fight.
I'm just a bit confused. I like fighting.
Well then, I'll give you a fight. And Z drops from somewhere.
Oh.
Well,
Boy.
Are
Can I
we
just-
still not allowed to walk into the ring?
She kind of takes out her sword and with it kind of sweeps the air and the flames go.
okay, cool. Real quick.
She's
Can I
broken
just-
the floor, the flame thing, so all
Yeah.
of you can enter the field if you'd like.
Excellent. Nice.
Yeah, I think I'll
Yeah.
step
Wait,
forward.
I can
I
ask
go-
a quick question. Are we going through the entire obstacle course? Because it's
No,
11
this
a.m.
will
for
be
me.
this will be the cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She's here to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Ring it.
She takes the lapel from before you can take it off Bethany. She takes Bethany's lapel, kisses it, and hands it back to Bethany. Hey, listen, Bethany. We're going to play a little game, and you're going to help me. And she plants a kiss on her cheek. And then turns back to you all, and her face fully transforms into like this, basically this metal wolf kind of mask.
Oh.
It kind of extends, it's like, yeah, and it's kind of, so it's this silver wolf armor, but all over it are these spikes of like a ink like metal that come out of it. So it seems to be like a perfect armor that has been corrupted by something, and it adds to her whole aesthetic. And yeah, the kind of her crop top just pulls apart as the armor takes its place. You might see skin for a second, but just enough that you can't actually see what's going on. But yeah, and she kind of stands there with her sword ready to go. And with that, we will end this recording here. Thank you, everyone,
Oh.
for this great little session. We'll see how you do against Magal next time.
Hi, my name is Ian DePriest. He, they. You can search for me on the interwebs as Ian DePriest, DE, and then the word priest, like our father. I am a singer-songwriter, voice actor, TTRPG actual player. You'll see things if you just Google me. I'm sure they'll be there. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Kingsmileyy.
Hey, I'm Kingsmileyy. Call me King, call me Smiley, call me any iteration of those. You can find me on all social networks as Kingsmileyy_. That's Smiley with 2 Y's. And, I'm a guy who plays on video games on Twitch and also tries to run TTRPGs and also tries to get himself inside TTRPGs. So, hey, if you want to see me...
Hey, listen, you succeeded at one of those today.
Ah.
Thank you very much for taking part, Kingsmileyy. Next, we have Nikki.
Hello there. I have been Nikki, and I have been playing Kai, and you can find me on all social media platforms as NixNat1. That's with the number 1, and also like most of the others here, I float around playing TTRPGs with people in time zones that is not conducive to my sleep schedule 90% of the time. And currently, I think the only game that I can plug that would conceivably still be active when this comes out would be a City of Mists game that I'm currently playing with Singularity Roleplay, and we play this every 3rd Saturday of the month. Times is, I think, 10 a.m. American time. I don't know what time zone that is. I don't know how to do the transfer, but yeah. Come join us. I think sadly our DM was sick the last 2 months, so our next session is gonna be next month in January, which should be.
It could be
20...
when this is out. It could not be.
Yeah.
It might have already passed. Time.
Yeah.
You will find it if you
Time
look
is a
for.
weird soup.
Yeah. But yeah, every
so
third Saturday for the next 12 months, I think, is the plan. So yeah, we'll see.
That's definitely still going to be going. I hope this comes out before then. Thank you very much, Nikki. Cece.
I've been Cece. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me all over the internet at Kallum. That is KOLAAMEY. You can also find me over on the New Age Geeks channel on Forging Fates and then DMing Queer and Present Danger. So make sure to check them out.
I did actually watch one of your streams the other day. Was very entertained. Thank you very much for taking part. And finally, Madeline.
I've been Madeline. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Certified Milk Boy. That's certified with a Y, Milk Boy. I am currently working on a Masks actual play that will be out sometime in 2025. And I make games. I'm in a bunch of different networks. If you want to see me again, you can find me somewhere. So yeah.
Thank you very much for taking part, and good luck with your mask project. I ran some of it last year. It was really fun. And I have been Kallum, and will continue to be Kallum. You just won't see or hear me unless you go to find me on the internet at Theatre Kallum on Blue Sky. I also have a blog that I might have had to give up by now because I got a job that means I have to give it up. But I talk about the things that I've seen and how I feel about them. They're not reviews, they're just feelings. Though they are about 5,000 words a piece. That's been me. You can catch the other wonderful things that Rose Court are doing either on our YouTube channel or on our Twitch. We will be using some of these games as a launch for other things that we are doing. When and what these will be and in what order, we don't know. But hey, listen, we are a place to come and play and pitch ideas and have fun and build a community spirit, even if the community spirit takes 6 months longer than it's meant to record a simple actual play of 2 sessions. But we'll get better, I promise. That's part of my job here now. Yeah, thank you everyone for taking part, and we will see you on our next thing, whatever that thing will be, apart, or maybe you'll see some of us together again. Who knows? That's the wonderful thing about the future. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.